We also see our government selling massive amounts of liquid natural gas from America to Europe for about a $22 profit per unit, and that's now saving the GDP. I mean, that's an undeniable fact.
We're living in such a dynamic world where anything can happen, and the world is like it's trying to find its way, but it's
fragile.
very exciting. It's like a Pandora's box. Everything's coming out. Energy is very much a part of the financial freedom of a nation.
Where does energy fit in all this? What do you see in energy? So we're in oil and gas, but I just did a panel and I said oil and gas is the bridge to fission. And I don't have any problem saying that. So if we're looking at this bridge, what is the pathway forward from an economic standpoint? Where do you see oil and gas? Because we've watched oil tank or gas tank in the last 9 months. But yet we also see our government selling massive amounts of liquid natural gas from America to Europe for about a $22 profit per unit. And that's now saving the GDP. I mean, that's an undeniable fact. It's not a conspiracy theory for anyone listening. They're buying our gas, selling it overseas, and saying the economy is doing well because they're pirating American oil and gas. So where do you see that moving forward, and how important, my final question for you, I asked two at the end, what does freedom mean to you, and why is energy important to freedom?
Okay.
So those three topics.
I'll talk about the energy. I have to say, I am so excited about nuclear.
Me too.
I do a lot of analysis on counterterrorism, and that is nuclear on a different context, but nuclear energy is so important for just globally, and I think many more countries should be looking at it. I think it's a good thing for the nuclear powers that already have it, obviously, but it must be used in this way. It's clean. It's
very clean.
It's a good thing. There are alternative sources in the right when it works, when it's compatible. It must be done too.
Yeah, retrofitting is a nightmare for new energy.
There's nothing wrong with that. There are, I think, some skeptics who don't believe in that alternative sort of sources of energy, and they're like, no, solar, wind. Like, no, they do work. I mean, it can be used, and there are many others too. And moving forward, I think the energy gurus are going to come up with new forms as well. I think we're living in such a dynamic world where anything can happen, and the world is like it's trying to find its way, but it's
fragile.
very exciting. It's like a Pandora's box. Everything's coming out. So energy is very much a part of the financial freedom of a nation, and then collectively the
next
planet.
5 years, you bullish on oil and gas? Or
Very bullish. I'm bullish just in general, even through conflicts. And they may be another COVID. Guys, get ready. But
there's about 13 black swan events that are swirling around the world right now.
I hope and if there is some kind of virus floating around, come on, you cannot shut down the planet.
You have to learn
like
from the
we
past.
did, because more damage was done. More people died because of the global lockdown than the actual virus itself, which is very telling. And you cannot have a repeat of that.
Correct.
We somehow... people are still crawling out of it now. I don't think we can sustain another lockdown in that manner.
No one can.
Thank you so much for watching this interview. There are plenty more behind you. All you have to do is click the link below. If you're interested in investing in oil and gas, please feel free to go to kingoperating.com or reach out to us directly. Enjoy the show.